This is an in-service training program presented by Nutrition Care Systems. Today's topic, storage of food and supplies. Upon completing this in-service, you will be able to, number 1, understand the importance of storing foods properly. Number 2, understand the basics of covering, labeling, and dating. And number 3, explain what FIFO means. The food service department must maintain clean food storage areas, and food and supplies stored in bulk food storage areas must be stored 6 inches above the floor on clean racks or shelves, no food on the floor at all, and at least 18 inches from sprinkler heads. Storage rooms must be well ventilated and not subject to sewage or wastewater backflow or contamination by condensation, leakage, rodents, or vermin. Acceptable storage area temperatures. The dry storage area should be between 50 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, refrigerator 41 degrees or below, and freezer 0 degrees or below. Plastic containers that have tight-fitting lids should be used for storing flour, sugar, bulk cereal, dried vegetables, and always make sure too that those are cleaned on a frequent basis. Store raw meat, poultry, and fish separately from cooked and raw, ready-to-eat foods such as fruits and vegetables, and then arrange each type of food in equipment or container so that cross-contamination is prevented. You can see from the chart the way that food should be stored in the cooler to prevent any cross-contamination is on the top. Should be ready-to-eat food, followed by raw fish, whole raw meat, raw ground meat, and raw poultry should be on the bottom. Prepared foods that are stored in the refrigerator until service must be covered, labeled, and dated with an expiration date. And TCS, which is time temperature control for safety foods, prepared on site must be labeled with the name of the food, the date it should be sold, consumed, or discarded. Food can be stored a maximum of 7 days at 41 degrees or lower before it must be discarded, and food stored in refrigerators or freezers should be stored on shelves, racks, dollies, or other surfaces that facilitate cleaning. All foods should be covered, labeled, and dated, and they should be stored in their original packaging. If the product's removed from its original packaging, make sure it's wrapped in clean, moisture-proof material or placed in a clean, sanitized container with a tight-fitting lid. All packaging and containers should be labeled with the name of the food and expiration date. Refrigerators and freezers will be equipped with an internal thermometer, and it should be monitored. Temperature should be documented on a daily log. FIFO, or first in, first out. Foods should be rotated and used with the FIFO first in, first out method. Food items should be dated as they're placed on the shelves. Whether it's canned goods, dry goods, anything should have a date that they were actually received. Discard food that has exceeded the expiration date or when used by date is unclear. Chemical storage. Toxic chemicals and pesticides should be kept in their original containers. They should be clearly labeled and stored in a separate area away from food. Toxic chemicals and pesticides include soaps, detergents, and cleaning compounds. Let's take a short quiz on storage of food and supplies. Question number 1. Food and supplies must be stored how many inches above the floor? A, 18 inches, B, 24 inches, C, 6 inches, or D, 36 inches. And the answer to question number 1, food and supplies must be stored how many inches above the floor? And the answer is C, 6 inches. Question number 2, the proper temperature for refrigerator storage is A, 41 degrees or less, B, 45 degrees or less, C, 32 degrees or less, or D, 30 degrees or less. The answer to question number 2, the proper temperature for refrigerator storage is A, 41 degrees or less. Question number 3. TCS stands for A, temperature coverage for safety, B, time coordinating for sanitation, C, time temperature control for safety, or D, time temperature control for sanitation. And the answer to question number 3, TCS stands for C, time temperature control for safety. Question number 4. Toxic chemicals can be removed from their original containers. True or false? And the answer to question number 4. Toxic chemicals can be removed from their original containers. That is false. Chemicals must stay in their original containers. Question number 5. Food should be rotated using the FIFO or first in, first out method. True or false? And the answer to question number 5, food should be rotated using the first in, first out method, and that of course is true. Thank you for your participation in today's program. Our goal is for you to use this information in your daily work. We hope you are well served today and every day. If you would like more information about our in-service training programs or our dietitian consulting services, please contact us at Nutrition Care Systems, 1275 Davis Road, Suite 121, Elgin, Illinois, or visit us on the web at nutritioncaresystems.com.